Hello and welcome to my channel. So I am going to be doing a video today, first video of my allotment patch. I just really want to document the progress of the patch. It's a allotment that me and my dad took on with my stepmum September 2024. It was in a bit of a state. I'll have a little go through with that in a minute. I'll spin you around and show you, but just want to see the progression of the plot and document any mistakes that I might make so I don't make them again in the future. And anybody out there that's got advice to me, I'll gladly take it. It's not my first rodeo grown veg. I've grown veg at home for years, but this is the first time I've taken on a bigger plot. So we've got a 20 rod plot and we've actually taken on a second 20 rod plot now as well. So anyway, without further ado, let me spin you around. Okay, so this is us. We're plot number 32. Comes with a little shed tour for another day, but comes in handy having a shed. So over here we've got a watering station that has been built by the last plot holder, and we've not really had any rain, so we've not been able to use it tons. It's filled up a little bit because we had a few hours of rain the other day, but yeah, it's not ideal. So we're probably going to get rid of this, change it for a smaller water butt, and then utilise the space for a bit more growing. Let me bring you around. So we started off really with, there's so much to clear. The sensible thing to do was to build some composting bays. So we've done it in the mind of, we'll fill 2 up, leave 2 empty so we can rotate. So every 3 to 4 months we'll flip that one into that one and that one into that one and vice versa, until the compost is a stage that we can use it. Just built out of pallets and bits of leftover scrap wood on the plot. We've not had to buy anything of this. This was all made with scrap on the plot. Bits of old carpet from at home just to help weather it. Cardboarded that one, so not a great deal coming out of it. Didn't cardboard this one, and now I know why you should cardboard it. So we got a lot of this. So when we flip it over, that'll be cardboarded, and yeah, hopefully a lot of this stuff will die and rot down. So we put this polytunnel in. We got some cucumbers in. Everything in is not done great, if I'm perfectly honest with you, but I think we brought everything out too early because we've had some nice weather. We've been we'd brought everything out sort of end of March, May, really to harden it off. But I'll give you an example. These are all germinated in March. It's now the 25th, I think, of May. They're not really doing anything. So I'm not sure, they're sort of yellowing out. They just don't look great. So I bet they've been battered with ridiculous temperatures in the day and then really rubbish temperatures of an evening. So that's a lesson for next year. Next year, so a lot of the stuff I grow, I'll germinate at home under lights on a warm sunny window where a radiator is. So I didn't have this problem last year, but I've looked back on photos and this time last year I still had stuff on the windowsill, so I definitely took it out too early. So lesson learnt there. See how we get on next year with that, but gonna have to bite the bullet and try again with some tomatoes, I think. But yeah, everything here was done from scratch. All the pathways, all these beds were dug over, and this site was dreadful. We had bonfires, we had old polytunnel frames, we had pond, we had, oh god, I've probably got some photos I can cut in and show you, but this was something we'd done over the Christmas break. For reference, me and my dad are builders, and we see a picture online of something like this and thought, great idea, stop the butterflies getting out, lots of headroom. So we made our own Brassica house. Now we have got an old polytunnel on the other plot, so we're going to use that, we're going to net that and then alternate the brassicas each year so they're not growing in the same soil year after year. So then I can retreat this soil with fertiliser. Hopefully if there's any disease we can get rid of it on the second year. and just really try and get the best we can out of the Brassacas, but they seem to really love it in here. So we've got some cowlets, we've got some random cabbage given by another plot holder, we've got some red cabbages, we've got some greyhound cabbages, and we've got some collards. And then we utilise a bit of space at the back for some lettuces, which seem to be doing okay, not growing as well as I'd like. This was all sown in a big like 100 module tray, half come in here, half went home. My ones are at home are like full blown lettuces, but they're in direct sunlight, where here it is dappled light. So I don't think they like it. They're grown similar conditions at home. I've got them in a raised bed. I've got some John Innes soil in there, which is the same as what's in there, but they seem to really prefer it in my sort of sunny spot in the garden, as opposed to being under this dappled light. But I mean, they're growing, but nowhere near as well as at home. So perhaps we'll try something different in there next year or later in the season. Next along here we've got some fruit, so primarily strawberries low down. A lot of this stuff was out of the garden, hence why it looks so well. This was all planted sort of late season, November last year, and it's all come up. These are all the little offshoots of these. These are all in pots in the garden, and they're all the offshoots, but no, they're coming up good. These fruit trees were here from the previous owner, and that is a little nectarine tree, which was in a pot in my garden, which is now, it's been in pot bound probably for about 5 years too long, so it must be happy to be in the ground now. But we did have a late May frost the other day, believe it or not. It was like the 22nd or the 21st. We had a bloody frost. We're in zone 8, and it has nipped a few of the leaves. I mean, I'm sure they'll bounce back, but yeah, not great. I mean, it actually hurt our potatoes more than anything. I'll show you that in a minute. But we've got some raspberries here that were left here from the last plot holder. We just hacked them down real short, and they've come back great. They are here today, sorry guys, but they are prolifically growing up here, so doing well. Around here we've made a witch hazel tunnel, all runner beans. Love a runner bean, so we're going to try and grow many of them. We've got more on the other plot as well, and I've got some at home, so I don't think I'm going to be short of runner beans this year. These we planted in November. They were sets, and I was really worried because we was planting them in a cold snap. We just wanted to get something in the ground. You know, we'd just got here, we'd cleaned up a few of the beds, and we just wanted to get something in. So we've put them in, and I'm so glad we did, because as I said, it's the end of May, and they are not even, they're massive. They're like the size of my fist already. The red onions have not done so well, but then white onions have done brilliantly. I'm so happy with them. And these are all shallots. They're doing well. These were grown from seed, so I'm quite pleased with them. I've actually spent the last 2 weeks up here just weeding. That's all we've done, is weeded. I've got a big red gorilla bucket, and I've probably filled that up 50 times of weed. So composters are happy, but yeah, Christ, am I sick of weeding. Potatoes, and as I said before, we're in zone 8, and we got a frost on the 21st of May, and they didn't like it one bit. I'm sure they're going to bounce back. Potatoes are resilient. We had a couple that didn't take, a couple of seed potatoes that didn't take, but in general we have some rows of first earlies, some rows of second earlies, and some rows of main crop. Obviously you can see the main crop are a bit smaller, but they're all weeded now, and they're all looking good, so hopefully they can bounce back good from the frost. Really excited for the potatoes this year. I've never grown them in the ground, I've always grown them in tubs, and not many, because I haven't got the room to grow many, so this is the first time that I've dedicated a large area just to potatoes, so I'm really excited to see the yield that we get from these. Hopefully we do okay. Just on the end here we've got a little row of leeks. That probably could do with reweeding again, but there you go, you can see the leeks. Again, grown from seed, doing okay. Bit of succession planting here. This was done about 3 or 4 weeks before that bed, but we have cannonball onions, so they're the big giant onions, and carrots, chantenays to be specific, and more chantenays and more cannonball onions. Bit of a wide bed those, and them composters there have made it quite difficult for us to weed, so maybe we're going to get rid of one of them composters just to make it a bit easier. Over here we've got our garlic, so we have half elephant garlic, half normal garlic. Elephant garlic's already starting to flower, which is what we want to see with the elephant garlic. It's nice, chunky, everything's looking healthy in this bed. Bit of a dead spot there, still haven't decided what we're going to put there. The queen of plants, of leaves, rhubarb, that was just dotted about the plot, and any patch of it we found, we dug up and we stuck there, and it all took. And finally, parsnips. I can't believe how well my parsnips are doing. I've tried for 2 years at home planting parsnips, failed miserably every time, but this time we managed to get some, so not too bad. I'm really pleased. There's an F1 variety, a hybrid called Gladiator. It's an exhibition parsnip, so we'll see how we get on with that. So all in all, that's this plot. I'll perhaps do the second plot in another video, still a bit of a work in progress, but I'm sure you want to see it anyway. So yeah, that's the plot. I'm losing the plot, weeding, but all in all, it's doing really well. I love being down here. I just love being down here. I love just tinkering, doing bits. I'm sure the weeds are going to come back, but like, I'm almost gutted I finished weeding the potatoes, because I'll just stick in a podcast and just go. I could just weed all day. But I'm sure they'll be back in no time. And yeah, so at the minute it's just down here, keep it all clean and tidy, maintain what we can, pull the weeds as we see them, and keep growing. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Just a short tour of the allotment, and I'll perhaps do a bit more in-depth videos of certain aspects of it, like our Brassica house and our witch hazel tunnel, and etc, etc. And yeah, really just going to keep documenting and see how we go, just see the progression of the plot. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.